A 30-year drought, a World Series hangover, the hopes and dreams of millions. It now sits shakily in the hands of a 24-year-old rookie. Walker Buehler was the hero that clinched the Dodgers' sixth consecutive National League West title in a Game 163 at home against the Colorado Rockies. 1 week later, he was to blame for the boys in blue not sweeping the Braves in the NL Division Series after he walked the pitcher with the bases loaded, only to allow a back-breaking grand slam to Ronald Acuñ Jr. Brewers force winner-take-all Game 7 after defeating Dodgers was the man tasked with winning the pivotal Game 3 on his own mound as the NL Championship Series shifted to Los Angeles. Unfortunately, he was humbled in that game also as the Brewers shut out the Dodgers 4-0, now, in the most monumental game of the 2018 season, a moment that can help exonerate the Demons from a Game 7 World Series defeat at Dodger Stadium. The team turns to Buehler once again, Game 7 to go to a World Series. "I don't know if it gets more high stakes than that," said a quietly confident Buehler in a gray pea coat and black backpack over his shoulder. "But at the end of the day, it's the same game and the same thing I've got to go do, only it is not the same." Buehler has pitched in high-pressure moments before, a winner-take-all Game 3 of the College World Series at Vanderbilt in 2015, the non-elimination Game 163, and 2 postseason starts, both losses. He admitted after one of those starts he came off the mound in the first inning with his long slender fingers shaking, his heart beating rapidly, the moment and the energy of the crowd too massive to go unnoticed. Kershaw exorcises demons as Dodgers take 3-2 lead in NLCS. Buehler should have been celebrating in the visitors' locker room with champagne and beer on Friday night as the team celebrated a return trip to the World Series. At least that's how they dreamt it up, calling Game 6 at Miller Park a must-win, only it didn't unfold that way. After a leadoff home run by David Freese, Dodgers starter Hyun-Jin Ryu allowed 4 consecutive 2-out hits in the bottom half of the first inning and the Brewers built up a 4-1 lead and never looked back. That set the table for the do-or-die Game 6, and the biggest moment of the young rookie's career. Brewers shut out Dodgers in Game 3 of NLCS. "I think it's pretty normal for me now," Buehler said of the pressure. "This is a big one. At the end of the day it's the same game and the same thing I've got to go do." A year ago, Buehler did not make the Dodgers' postseason roster. After a not-so-stellar September out of bullpen, Buehler was relegated to spectator as he watched the World Series from the stands at Dodger Stadium with his sister who attends USC. Despite not being on the field with his teammates, he was just as emotionally invested as the rest of them when they watched the Houston Astros celebrate winning a title on their own turf. "It was devastating. It was a nightmare that would carry over into the start of the 2018 season." Dodgers drop Game 3 of NLDS after Acuñ's slammed. Demons of that Game 7 are still fresh in the fans' and players' minds. Buehler knows them well, but will try to join the likes of Fernando Valenzuela, Andy Pettitte, Livan Hernandez, Josh Beckett, Dontrelle Willis and Madison Bumgarner as pitchers who helped navigate their team to the World Series in their rookie year. Now it's Buehler's turn to churn through the Brewers lineup and catapult his team back to the championship. "I think Walker is prepared for this moment," said Dodgers manager Dave Roberts. "As far as his rest, he's ready to go. And as far as his heartbeat, the weapons, all that stuff, we're in really good shape with him. He understands the magnitude of this moment, this game, and he's a good person first to take the baseball, regardless of what happens in the dramatic Game 7 on Saturday night. One thing is for certain, Buehler will be on a short leash. He likely won't get the opportunity to face a Christian Yelich if the bases are loaded, or if he surrenders some early runs or hits, the hook will be quick and swift." Clayton Kershaw is on standby out of the bullpen. The rest of the Dodgers' high-leverage relievers are ready and rested as well. Dave Roberts learned from his first-ever Game 7 experience last season when he left Yu Darvish in the Game 1 batter too late, calling his decision something that he regrets, even to this day. However, the Brewers are ready and rested as well, with their best starting pitcher in Joel Chasen ready to take the ball and toe the line. after him. Milwaukee has the best reliever in baseball in Josh Hader, available to pitch 3 innings if necessary. After the Milwaukee offense sputtered in the final 2 games at Dodger Stadium, they were unleashed in Game 6 as they scored 7 runs on 11 hits. Needless to say, confidence is riding at an all-time high for Craig Counsell's bunch. He's fresh, Counsell said of Hader. "We'll see how it goes, but you'll see him tomorrow." Yes, we'll definitely see it how goes, as the most exciting 2 words in sports will be on display. Game 7.